Greetings from Midway Middle School. I just have several things I need to share with all of our students and our parents as we prepare to welcome our students back to school next Monday. We are so looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. Our faculty and our staff have been working very hard to make Midway Middle School as safe an environment as we possibly can for our teachers and for our students. We have instituted the following changes and procedures for your safety this school year. First and foremost, students, you must wear your masks. If you want to have school, you have to wear your masks. If you don't want to wear a mask to school, well, then you get to become a virtual student. Your mask must be a cloth mask that covers your nose and your mouth at all times. You can also wear a face shield if you would like, but a face shield does not replace the requirement to wear a cloth mask. It is simply an additional layer of protection. You will see me wearing both a cloth mask as well as a face shield. Parents, our doors will open every morning at 7:30 a.m. Students will be allowed to enter through multiple doors at that time. They can go into the cafeteria for their breakfast, or they can go into the main gym to be seated. There are large colored dots on the floor in the bleachers. Please stand on the dot, students, and then you just sit down where you're standing there on the bleachers. These are spaced 6 feet apart for your physical distancing. At 7:45 a.m., students will be asked to begin moving into their first period classrooms. This time between 7:45 a.m. and 8:25 a.m. will be officially known as 0 hour. We will begin announcements at 8:20 a.m. every morning during 0 hour. Students will have time to complete some homework, ask for help from their teacher in the classroom regarding classwork, or just relax a little bit to get ready for their day. At the end of each class period, we will have 45-second staggered release times, which will add 2 minutes to our passing periods. We will release by hallways as per our Safe Start protocols on the Midway Middle School website. This is so that all of our students will not be in the hallways at the same time. Our total passing period time now is 6 minutes. Students will need to stay at least 6 feet apart at all times during the day, particularly during our passing periods. You'll notice the colored tiles in the hallway are 6 feet apart. Students will walk on the right side of the hallways. Keep in mind the cafeteria and the gyms have one-way walkways and ramps. Students will wait outside in the hallway until their teacher allows them into their classroom. Students may use the hand sanitizer in the classroom upon entry. As students leave each classroom, our teachers will spray any surfaces that have been touched by their students with an approved disinfectant and will allow it to stand for 2 minutes before wiping it up. This will allow the disinfectant to kill any germs that may have been present. We will have our 2 pledges and our moment of silence at the beginning of the extra time during 5th period, followed by our character strong lessons. These lessons will be focused on the social, emotional, and physical health of our students. In fact, the first week of school, we will be focusing mainly on those important areas for all of our kids. We need to be able to reestablish the relationships with our students that have been missing over the course of the past 6 months. If students need to leave their classroom, they will scan the QR code with their iPads to leave class, and they have to designate where they are going. This year, we will not be allowing any visitors to our campus, nor will we be allowing any outside lunch deliveries. We will not be using lockers this school year, so kids won't stop there to congregate and to visit. Restrooms will only be used during class time rather than during passing periods. This will allow us, by using the QR codes, to be able to track close contact in the event of a positive COVID test. Students, please make sure that your iPad is fully charged every morning before you arrive at school. Also, during the day, wash your hands for 20 seconds every chance you get. That would be whenever you visit the restroom. Hand sanitizing stations will be found in every classroom, as well as throughout the school, in the hallways, and other places. Be sure to use those when entering and leaving every classroom. Our water fountains have been disabled for student safety. We do have one water filtering station where students can refill their water bottles during the day, either before school, during lunch, or if they need to during a class period. We also have an additional 6 water spigots on order that will help facilitate other water fountains to be used as filling stations once those have arrived. Students will not be allowed to visit our restrooms or fill up water bottles between classes, but rather will be allowed to do so during class time. Students, just fill up your water bottles during 0 hour, during lunch, and use the restrooms then as well. If you can come to school in the morning with a full water bottle, that would also help. Our Midway Middle School PTA will provide some temporary water bottles in the beginning for students that don't have a water bottle, and we may also be able to sell some water bottles cheap. During lunches, students, you will be sitting with your 5th period class, and you have to stay as far apart as possible. There are colored dots on every table. Please do not move the chairs from those dots. Tables will be labeled with 5th period teachers' names. Sections will be dismissed by admin to line up for lunch lines. Parents, you remember last year we were known for no child eats alone. This year, nobody gets to eat together. There will be 1 breakfast line with grab-and-go sacks. There will be 3 lunch lines. One of those will be in the red gym, and lunches will also be grab-and-go, with up to 4 options at each line for lunch. Students, you must sit at the same table with your 5th period class every day. We've had a no cell phone policy in place at Midway Middle School since last year. Once you step foot on our campus, phones must be turned off and put into your backpacks. Once that last bell rings, students, you can take your phone out and call your parents to arrange them to pick you up. No iPads during lunches. All lunches are electronics-free zones. We'd really like for you to talk as much as you can to your friends who are 6 feet away. Dismissal at the end of the day. Our bus riders will be dismissed first. Our walkers will go out the front of the building towards Hewitt Drive and utilize our brand new sidewalk. 8th grade parent pickup line is in front of Panther Stadium behind the school. 7th grade parent pickup line is where our current parent pickup line has always been located. Students, you will need to maintain your physical distancing while leaving school property. Our biggest concerns for students to be able to maintain appropriate physical distancing is during arrival in the morning, between passing periods, during our 3 lunches, and during afternoon dismissal. Students, please remember to stay at least 6 feet apart at all times during the school day. Wow, that was a lot. Thank you, and we're looking forward to getting our students back in our school. It has been an exceptionally long 6 months since we have seen any of our kids, and you need to understand that we have missed you desperately. Always remember, even during a worldwide pandemic, it's a great day to be a Panther. Thank you.